Happy Festivus Sundayus. Yeah. It's cold in Baltimore. It's rainy. Ravens are losing again to the Chiefs. My future ex-wife, Taylor Swift, is rooting on her current boyfriend. I mean, she don't know that she's my future ex-wife, but if I had my way, oh yeah, if I had my way, I'd be all about that Taylor Swift money. Boy, let me tell you what I would do with that money. Anything the fuck I wanted to do is what I would do with that money. Yeah. Oh, Taylor, baby, you know I love you. Give me about 300,000. I need to set up this here flight simulator in a spare room. Yeah. Me and the boys are putting together a whole cockpit. We're putting that F-35 cockpit together and a Dreamliner cockpit together. Yeah, don't worry about it, Taylor. Go ahead. Go back on tour. Go ahead. I'll hold it down here for you. Me and Celino will hold it down for you. All right, so we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this flight. So I'm gonna do a couple of things. I really think that this flight that I've been trying to do with this Piper, I want to say a big part of it is because live weather is still turned on. So we're going to turn off live weather. I'm also going to turn off, let's go to general options. I'm going to leave the same livery on. All right, so we're going to turn off multiplayer and live weather. And we're going to turn off, do I want to leave traffic on or not? Let's try leaving traffic on, but we'll leave data off and live weather off. And I want to go and turn off the ATC stuff too, because I don't need that. Because we're not going to be doing live weather, and the only time I really care about ATC is if I'm doing live weather. Or if it's for like an airport that I really don't know. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm messing up something here. Show messages. Show message login, ATC menu, no. ATC user interface, no. Enforce flight plan, I turn that off. Checklist, user interface panel, open and start, no. Aerodynamic visualization, CFD, no. Alright, yeah, that's all good there. Alright. Now, part of me thinks that some of it has to do with starting off at airports that are in this list here. I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to try it today since I'm turning off the other stuff. So let's come here. Let's put it for last year. We're going to do clear skies. We're just going to leave the skies. We're just going to leave it clear skies. We're going to set it for some time. And let's go ahead and I guess we'll just do ramp 3. And we got that, December 2023. And let's see here, do we got your mama? Yeah, your mama. Alright, and fly. Oh, the Ravens lost. Who didn't see that coming? Lamar Jackson sucks. He cannot get past Patrick Mahomes. Boy, I bet you Taylor Swift and her boyfriend tonight, they probably gonna go to the ATM machine and take out all kinds of dirty money and lay that dirty money down on That big ass bed they're getting. And they gonna fucking try to melt all the ink off that paper. Lucky motherfucker, man. I mean, she's not like that good looking, but she's good looking enough and she's super rich. That's good enough for me. All right, let's so I'm not going to do anything different than I've been doing with setting up this airplane. So, you know, we're going to do everything the same other than the ATC thing. So, let's turn off the ATC. Oh, you know what? Let me turn chat up since I oh shit, what'd I do? All right, let me turn the ATC voices up. Not the ATC voices, Chad. Let me turn Chad up. All right, save. All right, very good. Checklist, pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight.
All right, looks like everything looks okay. Let's bring in the flight plan. Let's go to maintenance.
Checked. Maintenance.
All right, that's okay. All right, all that looks okay. All right, all that looks okay. We did adjust the PSI a little bit. That could be, you know what? I've been wondering why this plane's been leaning like to the other side. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. That would be interesting if that's the case. All right, that's okay. Let's check out. All right, hydraulic pump's okay. Inverter is okay. Flaps are okay. Battery's cool. Generator. Also, okay, very good. All right, so maintenance is done.
As required. Flight plan.
Yep, we got the flight plan.
Uploaded and checked. Fuel and payload.
Oh, that's going to be coming up here in a minute.
Confirmed and loaded. Door.
All right, door is open.
GPU.
Let's put the GPU out. And let's connect it. All right, very good.
As required. Wheel chocks.
Yep.
Removed. All covers. Removed.
Yep. All right, let's go before start. Let's do evaluation.
All electrical switches. Off. Cabin climate controls.
They're fine.
Off. Circuit breakers. All pushed.
They're fine too.
ECS cabin comfort switch.
They're fine.
Off. Parking brake.
That's set.
Set. Bleed air lever.
That's set too.
Pull off. Closed. Power lever.
That's
Idle.
set.
Condition lever.
That's
Cut
good.
off. Emmer switch.
Emergency switch on.
Pilot PFD.
Yo, what's good,
Verify on
dude?
check system status.
I'm trying this flight again for the third time.
Off. Battery switch. On. Fuel gauges.
My the screens keep going off when I go in for landing, and
Fire dead slash and test switch.
last time hang on a second.
Press and hold verify engine fire comm message.
Last time I flew this plane, was before I re-downloaded all the world scenery. I don't think that's the problem, but I do think either having on the live weather is the problem, uh, and AI traffic and stuff like that. So I turned off multiplayer, I turned off live weather, and I want to see if the screens still turn off then. So yeah, and this plane has usually been pretty stable. This Piper, Malibu, Meridian, it's been pretty stable for the most part. But lately, yeah. So we'll see what happens. So, and you really can't fly the plane when the screens go off because nothing responds at that point. Like even if I could see the runway, it'd be tough because I couldn't control the throttle. So anyway, so we're gonna see what happens. So part of me thought it was leaving from the handcrafted airports. I don't think that's the case. I think it's because we had live weather on, and so I got live weather off, which I'm okay with. I don't mind having the live weather turned off, like for a couple airplanes here and there, but I like being able to put live weather on. Nah, I paid for this plane. This is I forget FSR, I think, is the one who made this plane. Let me see. Oh yeah, actually, let me get the manual up because I have like a 140-page manual that goes with this plane. Mainly for I use it mainly for the checklist while we're in the air, and also for finding out what our torque, our pound-foot of torque should be while we're at a cruising altitude. All right, files, downloads, FSR 500. I bought it a while ago, and I never really had issues with it until, I guess, until um, the last patch from Microsoft, and then that's when I started having problems with all the airplanes. Actually, yeah, I clicked on your link for Discord. It said like it wasn't a valid link, so I'm gonna put my Discord info up in the next couple of days. But I did look for yours, and it didn't. I clicked on it, and it didn't bring me to a page. It just said it wasn't valid. All right, what am I looking for here? Takeoff. All right, so once this is done refueling, then we'll have the passengers come by. We're going to get an error message coming up here pretty soon about the fuel being, there we go, it's already saying that it's in balance. And now it's dinging. It'll keep dinging. All right, that side's done. Let's do this side. But yeah, this plane I like a lot because of like the realism factors that you can turn on with it. Never had an issue with it until recently. I really think it's from the live weather being turned on. That seems to be the culprit for a lot of issues with these Garmin screens. That live weather seems to be a killer. A killer. All right, once this is done, we'll have a little silver Range Rover pull up with our passengers. They're going to take some selfies. They're going to flirt with the pilot. Then we can lock them in place, start up our baby bird, and get out of here. Actually, I'm going to start it up as soon as the fuel truck's gone. Because doing the run up, the engine warm up takes a little bit of time sometimes. Let's wait for him to finish filling us up. All right, he's done. Let's go ahead and start up the airplane. So let's go evaluation.
Battery voltage 24 to 26 volts. Fuel pump switch.
Manual.
Manual. L and R fuel pump on com message.
Yep. Manual.
Manual.
Yep.
Ignition on comm message.
Yeah, well, you're not showing me the comm message, but I'll go look at it. What the hell is going on with this thing? Oh, wow, the vehicles... Did they already board? Oh, on their way. All right, they're pulling up now. Yeah, I didn't think they were able to get on board yet.
Start mode switch. Auto.
All right, now they're approaching. Okay.
Switch extinguished. Push start switch.
Move the cover, push the button.
Cover. Push. Oil pressure.
All right, I'll check it out in a little bit.
Check rising. NG, MIN 13%. Stabilized. Condition lever. Run. ITT. Max 1000 Celsius limited to 5 seconds. Starter at 56% NG.
Almost. Yep, now we're good.
Start engage. NG. Stable above 63%.
Yep.
NP.
All right, now they're taking selfies. Then it's going to say flirting with the pilot.
Verify 1200 RPM minimum. Gen switch. On. Check positive amps and 28 volts. Alt switch. On. Fuel pump switch.
Yeah, see, flirting with the pilot.
Ignition switch. Off. Oil pressure.
All right, are they on board yet so I can close the door? Turn off this dinging.
Check. Minimum 60 psi.
All right, before taxi. All right, boarding. All right, they're almost on. Let's go evaluation.
Avionics switch.
Let's turn on the avionics.
On. MFD.
Yeah, I'll check it out when I'm done the flight. I'll check out your Discord.
On.
When I'm done.
Comm messages.
All right, they're on. We can close the door now. All right.
Consider any illuminated. Autopilot.
Yep, that's fine.
Pre-flight test. Photo switch.
You got to get the air conditioning system on for these people, or are they going to start complaining soon?
Switch. Off. Taxi / rec LT switch. On. NAV switch. On. Cabin climate controls.
There we go. All right, let's put this on. Put this on low. Put that on, and turn this up to about there. That'll keep those people happy in the back.
As required. Radio avionics.
Yeah, that's fine.
Check. Flaps.
That's fine.
Retracted. Elevator trim.
That's fine.
Set in takeoff range. Rudder trim.
That's not fine. This we need to move over to the right 2 or 3 clicks. I mean 2 or 3 whatevers. 2 or 3 trims.
Set 2 to 3 right trim. Bleed air lever.
Alright, let's push this in.
Push in. On. Cabin pressure dump switch.
That's good.
Verify position.
Let's put this on normal.
ECS cabin comfort switch. Normal. Dest ELV. LFE in TMR/ref window.
Yep, that's good. Alright, Just tick that item.
Set. Stall warn test switch.
Alright, let's hold that in.
Stall.
Press to test. Altimeter set.
Just take that item, it's not going to change.
Release.
Alright, now we're going to have GigaChad do all this page while I finish setting up the airplane. Alright, let's put our... Actually, let's go here while he's doing all that. Let's see what our cruising altitude is tonight, or today. Alright, 25,000 feet, so let's plug that in. Takes a couple of minutes to plug in. Yeah, this plane should not be losing its screens, that's for sure. It's a bit bothersome that it is, because it's a new thing. It really hasn't been doing that. Alright, we got 25,000 set there. Let's come down here. Let's set our PFD. Let's set bearing 1 for GPS. Let's come over here. Let's set our procedures. Let's set our arrival. And that's going to be Lendy 8. Let's set that up. I'm not sure what kind of landing we're going to do yet, but that's definitely our arrival. And let me plug in. Well, you know, I don't need to plug in 25,000 feet. That'll come in automatically and do that. All right, let's auto-complete this, because we're ready to taxi. All right, auto-complete page. All right, before taxi. All right, let's go taxi to the runway, and then we will run through that list, and then we'll get out. Let's come over here, though, first. And let's at least look at the METAR. I'm saying 2970, that's weird. Alright, I guess it is 2970. Let's set the METAR. Barrow. Alright, 2970 is set. And let's come over here and we'll plug in the chart for our arrival when we get closer to it. Here we can at least let's see here. Yeah, we go. Let's look at our airplane while it's on the ground here. Alright, very good. Alright, let's taxi out. Now we have taxi mode with this airplane is this beta mode here. You can see. So it's where the reversers are, but that's the mode that the manual says that we should be using. So that's what we're going to be using for the most part. Oh, we got to get rid of the red carpet. I thought I got rid of that. Oh, we got to get rid of all that stuff. Damn. All right, red carpet and GPU. I want to see what these people are complaining about already. What are you guys complaining about already? Oh, they're hungry and thirsty already. All right, well, here, we can have a little snacky poo before we leave. I'll get you some pillows. All right, so you're straight. Let's go here and put that there. Let's release the parking brake. I usually give it a little bit of gas just to get moving. and then once we get moving, then I put it back into beta mode, which is essentially reverser mode. And I try to keep it on the least number as possible. Like you see it, like we're at 1%, so I try to keep it there. If we stay in this mode long enough, it will eventually like slow us down so we stop completely, but whatever. It's interesting our GPS says JFK is our next stop, when that's not what's on the bearing indicator. Bearing indicator has LVZ. I noticed that the last flight that I tried today from Charleston, West Virginia to Baltimore, Maryland had that same thing happening. All right, let's give it a little bit of juice. All right, let's put it back in beta mode, because we shouldn't really be over 20 knots, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, I'll tell you, since I put new, added air pressure to the tires, it's going straighter. It's not pulling to the left anymore the way it was. But the tarmac is very wobbly here, though. If you notice it, like the plane's like bouncing around a little bit on the ground. All right, let's put our flight director on. Oh, is it wanting us to take off on runway 24? God, you know what? You know what's going to happen? It's the Mifflin Airport. It's KRVL. It's one of the like handcrafted airports. Man, you know what? If I don't go down to that runway and take off from there, that icon is going to stay there the whole flight. So bear with me. Well, I'm not taking off yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm not lined up for anything yet. All right, let's go down to the other end. Because if I don't, that icon's going to stay there. Ooh, wait a minute, it went away. All right, very good. All right. Yeah, if that icon didn't go away, then we would have been screwed. All right, let's go ahead and we're close enough. I'll line up as we're going. All right, let's run through all this.
Switch. On. Alt switch. On. Bleed air lever. In. Open. ECS cabin comfort switch.
Normal. Yep.
Fuel pump switch.
All right, let's put that on manual.
Manual. Ignition switch.
Yeah, I usually am never lined up with any of the lines. Sometimes I am, like when I first start moving, but
on.
You know.
Landing light switch. On. Strobe light switch. On. Com messages.
Yeah, that's all fine.
Consider any illuminated. Engine instruments.
That's all fine.
Check. Radio avionics.
That's all fine.
Check. Flaps.
Yep,
Set.
no flaps needed.
0 to 20. Elevator trim.
That's all good.
Set in takeoff range. Rudder trim.
That's all good too.
Set 2 to 3 right trim. Flight controls.
Oh yeah, we do have to test that. Alright, so we can turn all this off now. Let's go ahead and at least push in nav. We'll turn on the yaw dampener and flight level control once we get up. And alright, takeoff is 85. Maybe. Maybe I can. Hang on a second. Alright, let's get a little lined up here. Yeah, once I get situated, I'll try Discord again. Alright, let's give it some juice. But not too much, because we can't redline this engine, otherwise we'll hurt the engine. This engine's very sensitive.
Stall.
Really, bitch? We're almost at 100 knots. Alright, let's put the gear up. Alright, now we need to... Alright, let's get a little closer to 140 knots and then we'll engage. Alright, there we go. Now let's engage the autopilot and flight level control and release the yoke. Very good. And let's put the flight level control, let's put that down to 140. And we can actually go for climb mode. We can actually go up to 1313 for the torque, 770 for the ITT, or 101 for NG for our RPM. So let's see what else we have here. All right, continuous climb. Okay, all right. We got to put these on auto. Climb speed, best, yeah, cruise climb is 140k IAS of 20,000 feet. Monitor 1313. All right, let's lower the torque just a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're all good there. Let's go ahead and sync our heading. Adjust our range. I usually try to keep this within 5 miles because that's what is recommended, to try to keep the screens on. And let me go to flight plan real quick. Still no VNAV. Alright, let's look at the charts real quick. So I thought when we get to that part there, we have to be at a certain altitude. Alright, arrival. Lendy 8. Alright, no, but at Geno we need to be at 23,000 feet. So, alright, let's go back to route. And let's go ahead and push in on here. Let's go here. Let's put in 25,000. Hit enter. And let's go to Geno, and this is going to be 23,000. All right, that's all done. And what else do we have going on here? Let's see. All right, Lendy is, that's for turbojets. Let's pick out a, oops. All right, let's go back to JFK. Let's go to approach. All right, let's do 4 right. And what are we looking at? 1,500 is our bottom capture point there. So we'll plug that in as we start. Actually, we might as well plug that in now. 4 right. All right, that's all good. Let's go to procedure. Let's select approach. Let's go to 4 right. We actually have RNAV, GPS. Maybe we'll do that one instead. Where's that one at? RNAV. Okay. Does it say for forward left? Forward left. Yeah, this one right here. 44. Yeah, let's do that one instead. Can always change it if we need to. Alright, the minimums. Let's actually star this as well. Minimums 3 something? Is that what it looks like there? Yeah, 318. Alright, close enough. Alright, there we go. Let's load this up. And now we are all set. We're at 1200 for the torque. We'll set up our course and all that as we get closer. Let's go back and plug on our route. Let's check our passengers out. Are they hungry and thirsty yet? Nope, but we do need to make it a little cooler in the cabin, because if it gets over 21, they're going to start complaining. They're a bunch of bitches, these people in the passenger seat. Alright, I guess we can turn off our landing lights. We kind of forgot to do all that. And what is the temperature outside? Alright, we should have put our icing equipment on already too, but thankfully we're still in the air. Alright, that's all done. Poor Baltimore Raven. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, right, bitch? Except 2 times in the last 2.5 decades that they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, most people do suck. Doing round 3 with this plane. So I turned off live weather. multiplayer. I think that's it. I think just those two. I really think it was the live weather that was doing it, but we'll see. And I'm flying from 2 airports handcrafted by Microsoft. Because if it happens this time, I'm dead certain it's because of the handcrafted airports. If it doesn't happen this time, then it's from the weather. Alright, let's, what do I have Discord on? What device? Oh yeah, I don't have it on this device. I might not have it on a device down here. I may have to wait until I go upstairs for Discord. Yeah, I don't have it on, it's on my tablet upstairs. But I'll take care of it though, when I get upstairs later. Well, I'm going upstairs when I'm done this flight. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. Weird as that sounds. Been out of work since like the week before Christmas. Yep, most people do suck. Right now, I think the people that suck are the people that took them AI-generated pictures of Taylor Swift off the internet. Those people right now, I believe, suck. They should have left them things on for one more day so I could have taken some screenshots. It's not often your future ex-wife is put on display like that. But they were sure showing the hell out of her today at Raven Stadium, man. Them cameras were loving her today, cheering on her boyfriend. All right, our torque we can turn up a little bit. We can turn off the weather. All right, they're starting to get a little hungry again and thirsty, so let's feed them and serve them snacks. All right, they got their pillows, they got their macaroons and their croissant, their Post-it notes, and their coffee with a little special something in it. Got a little special cream in that coffee. All right, let's bring our speed down to 125 for the rest of our climb. And let's go ahead and put this on standard pressure. All right, standard pressure. And let me see what our course is going to be. 44 is going to be. Four right and 4 left. That's interesting. They both had the same course. Usually when it's right and left like that, usually there's like one that's like 44, one that's 45. Alright, let's put ourselves in heading mode so we can program the course. Alright, let's come down here to CDI. Let's change the course to 44. Alright, let's change localizer 2 to 44. Alright, that's all done. Let's come back up here and click nav. And let's do a couple of things here. So, okay, we have 109.5 and 115.9. Okay, so 109.5. 109.5. Alright, transfer that over. And 115.9. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an ILS landing or the VNAV or the RNAV landing yet. So if I do the RNAV landing, I'm going to use this localizer here, this VOR, and do a type of RNAV landing where instead of it saying localizer and glide scope, it'll say FAC for final approach course and GP for glide path. Or we can just stick with the ILS and then that'll be that. So, alright, we got that. That's good. Still got 27 minutes left until we need to descend. Alright, so let's get out of this. That's good. Let's check our passengers out. They're probably going to start getting a little cold soon. So let's turn the heat up just a touch. You always have to leave the climate on. So I found out that just leaving it on low, on, and on the whole time, and just adjusting this a little bit, the climate control, it'll keep it at the right temperature for those bastards in the back, because otherwise they'll complain that it's too hot or too cold. Alright, let's increase our torque a little bit, just a touch. Because we're probably going to have to drop that torque down a little bit here coming up. What's our temperature right now? Negative 28. Let's see what we're supposed to be at. And for cruise, set per power tables in Annex A, engine and fuel monitor, fuel temperature, outside air temperature monitor, cabin climate controls as desired. All right. Let's go to Annex A, which is like page 136, I think. 137, right in that area. All right, so we are looking at negative 30, so we'll probably be at negative 34. And at 25,000 feet, we're going to be looking at, yeah, probably somewhere around the 1237 to 1248 range for our pound-feet of torque. So let's just leave things are where they are right now. Well, actually, we can increase a little bit. So we're going to wind up increasing this a little bit anyways as we go. And then we'll see what it says when we level off. Yeah, I got this performance chart here. This is page like 120 something of 148. Well, that's actually page 130 something of 1. So you have to match the block in the center. You have to match with the temperature on the top and the speed on the side. There's like 10 of these charts. That's your maximum cruise speed. Then there's a chart below it that not only has that, but then it also has what your ITT should be, the exhaust temperature, which is at ITT, the prop speed, the RPMs. All right, so we're at negative 33 and 25,000 feet. So we should be at 1227 to 1237 maximum. So let's increase this a little bit. Like I said, that's maximum, so you don't have to go up that high. But I try to get close to it just because I can. Alright, and let's see your cruise performance. Let's see here, negative. Oh, that's an ISA. That's not the outside air temperature. What is our ISA? Does that say anywhere? see our ISA anywhere. ISA equals degrees in Celsius. Altitude equals feet. OAT equals outside air temperature, right? Which is 33. Yeah, I don't see the ISA anywhere. Let's see here. Oh, maybe it's the fuel. Maybe that's what it is, that -12 there. So I bet you that could be it. Let's go to 24,000. Torque is 13. No, that's not right. Outside air temperature is... I'll have to play with that. I don't know where the ISA is, but it's not that fuel temperature there. So I don't even see our torque rating either right now. At least not for the altitude that we're at. Yeah, that's not correct. Okay. So this must be a different chart. That's cruise performance, and this is maximum cruise speed. Yeah, there's two different charts. Oh, I didn't know that's the table. Oh my God, I can't believe that's the table. That's cool. Yeah, in SimBrief, you have an option for different cruise performances, and the options I'm looking at are the options that are in SimBrief. 1,000 pound-feet, 1,000 foot-pound of torque cruise performance, 800 pounds, per foot cruise performance, 600, 500. That's interesting. So that's what that table is. I just found something out I didn't know. Very cool. Alright, we should be pretty close to starting to... Oh, was that our top of descent? Oh, that's stop and climb. Okay. Okay. What's it say for our top of descent? 6 minutes? Yeah, we only got 17 miles until we get to Genoa. Genoa? You didn't know that. So where are we at right now? We are probably over Pennsylvania. So, oh yeah, PA 239. There's Stillwater. I'm saying it like, oh yeah, there's like I know where Stillwater is. I have no idea where the hell Stillwater is, but I'm saying it like I know where it is. I'm like, oh yeah, there's Stillwater. Fuck is Stillwater? Nanticoke. Oh, I know. Actually, I do know where Wilkes-Barre is. I've been there before a couple of times. Yeah, I know where Wilkes-Barre is. Alright, so as long as we keep our torque where it is now between 1227 and 1240, 37, we're okay. Alright, so keep it lower than 1237. Let's go back to our charts. Looking at a whole section now, emergency procedures. They did a really good job putting this little booklet together. Seems like they have everything covered. Everything's like colorized really nicely. Everything is I mean, they did a good job. Everything's put together really nicely with this. Alright, let's go. So for descent, windshield heat switch, ice protection, power lever set to desired torque, altimeter set and cross check, destination elevation check, cabin climate controls as required. Alright, very good. Alright, there's LVZ. Let's go ahead and plug in right now I'm just going to plug in 23, plug in that, and then plug in VNav, and then continue to go down. Go down to about 10,000. Wilkes Bar. Remember, like 25 years ago, I worked for a car dealership as a lot attendant, parking cars, filling them up with gas and all that. Every once in a while, I have to go on these things called dealer exchanges. It's where you drive a car from one dealership to another, swap them, and then drive the new car back home. And I went to this Wilkes Bar Lexus store when I worked for Lexus back then. Man, that was the coolest store I ever saw in my life. This was like in 98 maybe, 97, 99, somewhere in that area. Yeah, I mean, it had a bank in there, it had a Taco Bell, it had a Pizza Hut, and a dealership, man. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if I worked there when I was growing up, Jesus, I don't know if I would have made it out of my 20s at the weight that I did. I might have been at that Taco Bell every couple of minutes, especially back then when I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. Man, me and Taco Bell were like this, son, best friends. I'm just kidding, sort of kidding, but I did enjoy Taco Bell a lot when I was that age. I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we certainly were very good acquaintances, that's for sure. Certainly knew each other very well. And, there's Greg with his Jeep again, coming in here all stoned out of his mind, driving his Jeep. I bet he's going to order 6 soft tacos and a Mountain Dew. And fire sauce. They didn't have Diablo back then. Fire was the hottest sauce. Alright, we should be pulling up on starting our descent here pretty soon. Yeah, we got about 2.5 minutes left. Very anxious to see if our screen's going to stay on or not. Like, there's no quick way to check this out. You just have to redo another flight. I had other flights prepared, but I'm not doing another flight until I figure this out. Because this was working fine for a long time. It was working okay. And it's only been like today actually, or last night. Last night was the first time I've had issues with this plane. But I had a lot of stuff. I've downloaded a lot of stuff since then, and I had a lot of things turned on. Piper Malibu Meridian. P46T M500. If you look this plane up on FlightAware or SimBrief, it's P as in Papa, 46T as in Tango. It might also say M500 next to it as well, but P46 T is more than likely what you would see when you look this plane up. Alright, we should be descending. Oh, there's our top of descent right there, actually. So we'll start slowing down once we get to our top of descent. I actually want to turn the sun down a little bit. So I like the way this plane looks. Actually, we could do sunrise. Yeah, let's do sunrise. So I really like the way this plane looks when the lights are kind of low. Look how cool this plane looks. This plane looks awesome. That's what, to be honest, I'm really vain about some things. That's what sold me on the airplane, by the way. Alright, let's slow down a bit. Yeah, when I was looking at pictures of this airplane, and I was like, Piper. I was like, I'd like to fly a Piper, but I don't have one of those. And I got to the inside, and I saw it looked like like Tron, like that movie Tron with the electric bikes, those laser bikes. I was like, shit, I'm getting this plane. And then I started playing with the plane after I bought it and realized how many cool features it had, like with charts and sim brief and.
Check gear.
Oh, shut up, bitch. Am I really down to idle already? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. Alright, well, you got me there, lady. But yeah, once I realized, like, all the cool shit it would do. Alright, let's, put on our arrival chart. There's our plane. Now, this 19,000 here, that's for turbojets only. Alright, let's check out our passengers. They're probably hungry and thirsty. Yep, they're getting there. Alright, let me look at our descent checklist again. Alright. I'm not worried about the checklist inside the airplane. I'll save that for when we land. Yeah, but look how cool this plane looks, man. Doesn't it look so cool? I think it does, man. If you say no, it's not going to change my mind, by the way. I'm still going to think the motherfucker looks cool. Hey, bitch, pick your pillow up, man. You too. What kind of plane ride do you think this is, man? Pick your shit up.
Stall.
Oh, shit. My bad, Karen. Sorry about that. You think the writer of SpongeBob got in a time machine and jumped in his time machine and saw that most foul bitches are called Karen? So that's why he decided to name Plankton's robot woman Karen. I just started thinking about that recently. I caught a few SpongeBob episodes recently on Amazon when I was watching movies and shit. I saw, I watched a couple of like early episodes of SpongeBob just to kind of reminisce about how it used to be. And let me put on some torque here. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Her name was Karen, wasn't it? All right, why did we stop? Why did we stop going down? All right, there we go again. On our way to 1500. All right, I can turn this down to 1500. Is that really what we're going down to? I guess so. Let me look at this chart here. Oh. You know, 1500 might be our lowest. Yeah, it is. That's our lowest altitude. For that and for both, actually. For either landing. Okay. So we don't really have anything to do checklist-wise until we begin our approach. The before landing checklist, which is really the approach checklist. And the only thing we really need to do then is put the fuel pump and put the ignition on manual. Disengage the autopilot when we get below 100 KIAS, which is knots indicated airspeed, which is this indicator right here. That's KIAS. We have true airspeed is 223 knots. Our indicated airspeed, our knots indicated airspeed is this number right here. Okay, let's go back to PFD option. Let's change this over to JFK. Let's put on a DME and make bearing to nav1. Very good. And we are going to have to check the barometer here pretty soon. Yeah, I don't care if it gets sunny now. Actually, let me make it sunnier now. I just wanted to show you all the inside. The inside's crazy awesome. There, we'll make it like... There we go. $24 outside. I'm not going to eat any, don't worry. I'm just mixing it up. It's a bowl I got from this Korean restaurant down the street from my house. It's so good. Got pickled radish in it. All kinds of legumes, corn, spinach, big pieces of white meat chicken. I did get it with noodles instead of rice, but that was as a little treat to myself because I've been doing pretty well eating this past week. Been eating very clean. And that joint is pretty damn spicy too. Actually, I'm probably not even going to finish that tonight. I'll probably wind up just putting that in the refrigerator. Save that thing for tomorrow. I'm not really that... I ate like half of it. I'm not really that hungry anymore. And if I get hungry later, it's going to be... Might be too late to eat that at this time of night. Especially since I got to get up for work tomorrow. Can't believe that shit. It's weird saying it. Weird. I was hoping to get enough subscribers to where I could start monetizing the channel, and then I wouldn't have to go back to regular work. That would have been awesome, but didn't happen. I think in the month that I've been out of work, I think I've gained like 100 subscribers, which is, I mean, it's still really good. I'm still very happy about that. But yeah, this channel certainly hasn't grown the way I thought that it might initially. I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest, when I first started doing this. I didn't really expect it to do anything. But then as time went on and people started subscribing to it, I really thought that with a lot of the nice things that people were saying, I thought it would have caught fire a little bit. But it's only so much of a market for people looking for airplane videos, you know. I'm very happy with the people that I've met so far and the growth that I've had with the channel. I think as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, you know, it'll still continue on that trend. All right, so this METAR I'm not going to change because this is for like real life, and we're not in real life right now. We are, you know, like we're in like preset climate. So, but one thing I do want to point out, like it has our transition altitude, it has our elevation of the runway. It also has the runway, the bearing of the runway, what type of material it's made out of, the length, and the width. I thought that was pretty cool that that's available. And we also have our official flight plan, which, you know, you hear me reference many times. Many times. All right, let's go back here and see where we're at. Let's check our passengers. All right, they're okay. All right, we're still descending. Just past Stillwater. Yeah, I think when I'm done this, I'm gonna turn everything off and put this in the refrigerator. This bowl. I'll probably take one more bite, to be honest. Put that thing in the refrigerator and then go get in bed and just, I don't know, watch some Dark Side Phil detractors or get caught up on this crumbly criminal case up in Michigan. I'll probably watch something on YouTube, to be honest. You know, but I may wind up with the movie on instead. We'll see. Might play a little Resident Evil 2, maybe. Might play a little Lost Lands 8, Sand Captivity. We will see. Don't you believe it? All right, 15,000 feet. All right, let's put on some anti-ice protection. That windshield's okay. Yeah, we're at negative 11 degrees, and we're just going to continue to get colder, so we might as well put it on now. Try to stay ahead of... Now, I will say this. When it comes to these screens, anytime I see this plane start to stutter, like the frame rate stuttering, that makes my heart stop, because that's usually right when the screen's cut off. So it stuttered a little bit a second ago when I was moving the sticks around, but I think it looks like the screens are still on, so... Yeah. But yeah, usually when it starts to stutter and that frame rate drops, that's usually a sign that impending doom is happening. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Outside of saving the game and then reloading it. But, at least for me, on the Xbox Series S, when I reload the game from a save, this whole menu feature up here goes away. So, like, that's bad. Not that I really need it often, but, you know, it's nice to have if you need it. But yeah, if your screens ever go blank, you can always save the file and then go back into that save. That saved me a couple of times already with simulator. I was able to finish a flight instead of having to redo everything over again. I just, like I said, lost that menu up top, which is not that big of a deal, but it's still a deal. It's not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to be turning pretty soon. And then I'm going to say once we get to LaGuardia, or near LaGuardia, we're going to go into heading mode and finish our flight tonight, flying it ourselves until we, pick up the localizer. Technically, I could put the flaps down right now, but I'm not going to. We're allowed to put the flaps down as long as we're under 168 KIAS, but I'm not putting them down yet. I can't remember the last time I saw a plane put any kind of flaps down when they're 11,000 feet over the ground. Not unless they really had to, for some reason. Who that is? That's Ring doorbell. Here's your Ring notifications. I never realized how many nosy neighbors are in my area until I got a Ring doorbell. I got that Ring doorbell and started reading about, like the notifications that I would get. Man, there's some nosy neighbors in my area. It's just like, I saw a guy walking past our house. He had a black jacket on, so I almost called the cops because he looked like he was going to rob us. What? The hell are you talking about? It's just a guy walking down the road with a black jacket on. What the fuck are you talking about, lady? Got the Twitter muscles. Just out there blasting all kinds of people. Don't even know who they are. Alright, there's Newark Liberty International. That's actually a pretty nice airport. I have photogrammetry turned on, so I would expect the buildings to look pretty good. Especially flying over New York, which they should. I mean, I've flown over New York quite a bit in helicopters with the simulator. When I first got it, I wanted to fly around New York and see how the Statue of Liberty looked and the New World Trade Center. And, John Hancock Tower, Empire State Building. I want to see what Central Park looked like. What the stadiums look like. Times Square, Ellis Island. All right, there's LaGuardia. So we're actually going to put ourselves in heading mode coming up here. So heading mode. And then it looks like we're going to go on a course of maybe 190? 190 when we leave LaGuardia? Wrist the ray. Come on, punky. Give me your lips. Right on my pita tip. Hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, they might already have it all planned out for us, actually. Let's see. Oh, they do. Interesting. Doesn't look like it's out far enough, but we'll see what happens. Out far enough, I'm talking about like that turn back towards the runway. Doesn't look like it's up far enough before we turn back towards the runway, but I could be wrong. Alright, so there's no reason to switch modes yet. We'll keep it in this mode. At least until we get ready to make our turn back towards JFK, which should be that dot right above our airplane right now. That's probably it right there. Dash my gish. Oh look, we got 3D buildings. Sweet. Sweet. Where's Lockup Island? I think it's down farther. I know it's in this body of water right here. Rikers Island. I know it's in that body of water right in here somewhere. What that is? Sugar Hill? Oh, the Sugar Hill gang. Look at that. Look at how big that community pool is. Jesus Christ, so big. I think that's a community pool. That thing's like 10 blocks. That thing is huge. You can probably see that thing from outer space. Yeah, I want to say Rikers is somewhere around here. Oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. I think it's around here somewhere. It might be this island right here, actually. I don't really know. I'm just guessing. I'm just looking at islands and just saying, oh, that must be it. That must be it. I know it's in this body of water here somewhere. Come on, punky. Give me your lips. Right on my Peter tip. Hee 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 hee. Wow. Wow wow. No! No! Son of a bitch. All right, so live weather, isn't it? So it must either be, it's either got to be the airports or it could be the photo. Well, I don't think it's the photogrammetry, but it's probably the airports. Fuck, man. I'll try it again a little bit later tonight. Do some research. I'll just do the flight from my room. Damn, bitch. That sucks. Fuck. Trying to think. So I doubt it's the traffic. I don't have any liveries downloaded. It's gotta be. I might just have to treat it like the Vision Jet, where I got to turn off all traffic, all cars, um, photogrammetry. So like buildings are like. But I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna try it. Well, you know what? I did try it from different airports today, and the screen still turned off. That's right. So it's not the airports. Hmm. It could be the air rack. I'll have to get on the forums and try to figure it out. It might be the air racks that are an issue. I mean, I don't really think though that's the issue though. Man, I'm trying to figure out what it could be. It's so frustrating. I guess next time I fly, I'll just treat it like I'll treat it like the Vision Jet. We'll take off. We won't fly to a densely populated area like New York. We'll fly somewhere like middle of Australia to middle of Australia, or you know, somewhere somewhere like that. You know what I mean? Like somewhere out that area, New Zealand. Middle of America somewhere, Mexico, somewhere out that area, and turn off. Well, no, I will keep it a densely populated area, but I'll turn off everything else. All right, I'll brainstorm. All right, well, that's it for tonight. I'm 0 for 3 with this plane since last night, but I'm gonna figure this bitch out because I am like I am. I'm gonna figure it out because it wasn't, and it might be the world scenery that really it could be that's the issue. Now I know that hasn't been the issue with some of the other airplanes, but that could be the issue with this airplane. And if that's the case, I don't know what I'm going to do because I really don't want to get rid of all the scenery, but I want this airplane to work since I paid for it. But I also paid for the world scenery too, so I'm at a loss on what to do at this point. I'm going to go through the forums and see what I can find out, and that's about it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep this stream up. I might just erase it. But if you do watch it and it's still up, please subscribe. Please click the like button. That means a lot. And I'm going to figure this out. And we're going to get it. We're going to go 1 for 4. and then start our northward trend from there. So, all right, that's about it, my friends. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show.